Hello, my darling. Okay, so two things before I forget. Number one, I'm so sorry that it's taking me this long to get back to you on this. I don't have any excuses other than I've just been overwhelmed with some other things going on, but I'm doing it tonight, and again, I'm sorry. Number two, as I go through this, I'm literally just letting you know like my thought process and pinging. So I'll ask you questions that you don't necessarily have to answer, but you do want to take a little bit of time to think through some of these things. And no time do you need to feel obligated to take any of my suggestions unless you feel that they are actually going to help you accomplish what it is that you need to accomplish, okay, or that you're attempting to accomplish. Because one of the things that I'm looking at, or that I'm thinking as I read this the first and second time, was that you're rushing through it, which I also know, like, this is just a draft and you wanted to get the information that you wanted to have in there for sure out there. So again, now my rhetorical purpose is going to be like, I know you're going to do videos to complement these. How do you want your reader to invest in you? Okay. And like here, right here, okay, so I'm going to start right here on this intro. When you go, upon properly completing the course, you should experience a calmer mind, a healing body, clearer skin, stronger confidence, and most importantly, a more focused connection to your soul's true calling. Okay, what happens if they don't? Or is there another way that you can put this that allows them to feel successful if they have to go through and take this course multiple times for things to become a habit? Or what if they have a calm, like maybe they need to know that this is not going to happen every day, because sometimes life just doesn't allow us to feel perfect and wonderful all the time. And I don't know, like, if your goal is to like make it known like every day when you get out of control, you literally have the potential to control your mindset if you'll just breathe and relax and do these, like, be in the moment. Okay. The days that you feel like you have the flu, or the days that your allergies are attacking, does not mean that your body is not in a healing position. It means that, you know, maybe you aren't taking care of yourself in a certain way. But I'm like, this kind of it's just triggering to me, because these people are looking for a solution. These people are looking for help. And you're definitely going to give it to them, which we both know this at the end. Like, they are going to go through some stuff and they are going to be better because of this on the other side. I don't know. I'm just kind of, again, pinging. All right. And I look like this too. Like, this is almost like, there's not another like you. You don't need to look or feel like anybody else to be healthy. You just need to lean to connect to you. I love this. I love this. This is almost like, the speech that I give my students every year. Like, there will never be another you. Even if you believe in reincarnation, you will not be the same person that you are right now in this moment. And I'm like, and you also need to remember that God made you. God made you with the same energy that he made the sun and the solar system and the Grand Canyon and the ocean and volcanoes. Okay. And even if you don't believe in God, right, you're still made with the same energy of all creation. You know, and if you just think about how powerful the elements are, how powerful are you? Right? And so I just love this right here. I'm as I'm going through this, like I'm also thinking that because this is on a digital platform, this might, like, maybe you start pulling out things that are tweetable, okay, to give yourself more publicity. Is that the right word? And again, I'm just thinking, okay, so when you get here about the instructor, this might, I think I actually want to come back to this because there are things that I'm feeling you want us to know that you were not very confident when you came over here, that you experienced some problems, that you were not healthy, you were not at a healthy weight. Um, but like this is something that I love this right here too, by the way. Okay, I love that, and I actually kind of want to build on that. Um, but a lot of this right here was fluff. Not saying that you're fluff, but I'm saying that we probably need to sit down for about an hour and let me hone in on some things where we can make your story similar to others but unique to you, because there is going to be something that connects the reader to you, and it's not going to be the same story as everybody else. Some of it is, but there's something else that they're going to be connecting to you with. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. And I love these too. Yeah. Okay. And I do love this part right here. Like, it may sound significant and uniquely painful, but it's not. Like, so many people have like similar stories. And so I think that's awesome that you're putting that there. But again, like I don't know. I want to see if we can make this like more personal. Um, and like right here, I think that maybe this would be cooler if you had your signature. Okay. So program, this is not your standard diet program. Thank you, God. This program is designed for an inside out transformation. The food portion is only about 30% of the content. The rest is about building the right foundation and clarifying your individual why behind your pursuit of a healthier life. The program requires your focus and commitment to discover the truth about your purpose, and the truth about your health. Okay, so grammatically speaking, that would be here, and openness to be challenged, surprised by knowledge that aligns with your body's innate intuition, requires you to put a diet aside, finding out behind all the surface mechanics why your heart wants, because you want them to feel like individuals, right? Wants to live a healthier life. The program structure and legs. This program is self-faced. Okay, we already talked about this. And I think too in the introduction, like right here, like this needs to probably be like more informative and not so like, well, you should be done with this and da 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 da. But it does need to, and I'm saying need again, like this is not, you don't have to, if you're like, no, I don't want to do this. I think if you talked about, like, it's self-paced because this is a part of your healing, like this is a part of your transformation, and nobody transforms in the same amount of time, right? And it, like, you do say, like, this is going to take you to, like, to think through things, okay? They're important and should not be treated in a cavalier way. They should not also be, like, maybe we shouldn't compare ourselves, because like in the Western way of thinking, it's all about results and it's all about competition. And so these are things that are probably going to come up often when these people are going through your program, right? Why can't I lose much weight? Why can't I lose, like, why am I not calm? I'm mindful, I'm paying attention. Why is this not working? Okay, so there might be, you know, parts where they have to go back and like you're writing, like this is a recursive process, okay? And you do talk about like some things are be done in a much faster pace. Like I don't know if maybe you could come up with like a coding system like this chapter, and like if you see a red dot, you know, like, I'm just thinking color coding or whatever, like this means that it's probably going to be fast, energetic. You know, think of red as energy, right? If it's yellow or orange, maybe that's cautionary, yield, right? So maybe it takes a little bit longer. If it's blue, you know, I don't know. I'm just kind of, again, pinging, that maybe that could like also kind of settle your readers down a little bit. And I'm not like, I'm thinking of this as like for me as well as for my students, because my students are always ask questions like, well, how much time is it going to take? Is this going to be on the test? Okay. So, and me too, like if I'm going through this, I'm like, okay, so which ones are supposed to be faster and which one, like how, and what's fast and what's like what's slow, right? Okay. Cause you know, in our 12 weeks, we knew I lost weight, but I didn't lose what I wanted, right? And like, even you were like, you know, if you would just relax into this and do this, you'd probably lose that 50 pounds. But, you know, my body was still trying to protect me at the time. So, and that might be where some of your clients are too, right? They're not gonna, maybe they don't see the results they see because they're fighting it, right? And I think in your introduction, especially because you were talking the other day about, disrupting thoughts, which is really weird because I had actually just posted that for students, in class that I created for UNT. I think that some of the things that might occur might be addressed here. Again, like I don't know, I'm just kind of pinging because I need to know like your purpose. I need to know, are you really just trying to get this fast, like this information as quick to them as you possibly can, and then get out? Or are you trying to slow them down so they can take this in and do it in at your own pace kind of way? All right, what is life? Religion aside, almost all of us desire a life well lived. While we each have a definition of what that means, underneath the experiences and adventures, we desire to feel love, safety, security, protection, peace, joy, and belonging. Absolutely true. I've observed many people when I meet them carry an agitated, we can do that later, okay, an agitated energy. It's as if they are unsettled and lost. It's deep in their eyes, heavily weighted on their shoulders. Absolutely. Okay. Dr. James Dobson, author of Bringing in the Voice. Okay, and we talked about this the other day. Like, you do bring in some quotes here. We need to talk about how you want to set up your references, and that if you're going to do this as academics, you probably need to bring in more than one author, just because it will make you more expert. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's close. Okay, it makes you actually have like a better, more well-rounded ethos if we get more sources and we pull them in together. All right, we all face our soul's basic questions, whether we like it or not, whether we want to or not, no matter your religion. Souls ask these questions and only the answers will differ. Who am I as a person? What am I doing here? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Okay, am I ever going to be good enough? Am I who people think I am? Okay, this is a very interesting question. Because what are the three types? You got the type of person that you think you are, the type of person that others think you are, and the type of person that you really are. So I think this is an interesting 5 questions here. All right, so when you get to this action part, and we talked about this the other day, and I've got this huge question for you. I'm like, what is your rhetorical purpose here? Because as a reader, I'm skimming this for information. Here's the information, and there's no, like, following questions is, answer the following questions as honestly as possible. Okay, well, right here, there's like, where am I supposed to answer these questions? And how much space am I supposed to take? So am I only going to be writing this much? Because I think too, like, and I say this as someone who looks at a lot of essays. Some of these questions are like, how deep do you want these people to go, Betty? Like, how do you want them to answer these questions? You need to give them as much space, like, depending on your rhetorical purpose, and maybe put a timer on it. And then my next question is this something that they are going to be returning to throughout the self-paced program to see if this is changing? So one of the questions, like, who am I as a person? I'm wondering, like, are there other questions that could help them envision, like when I see myself as a person, is this all the intersections that make me me? Like, am I coach, friend, comedian, shoulder, great hugger, workout fiend, extremist, chocoholic, or, are we talking chocoholic? Okay. And I'm also kind of wondering, like, is this like a place in life, or, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, are these emotional questions? Are these physical questions? Are these a combination of both? Are these answers anything that comes to their mind they could put, like, just do it as a free write? Okay, give yourself the option, like, let your brain explore different answers. And I think we probably need to do like lunch or something where we could, like, literally play with this and have a good time and make this an awesome lesson. And I'm wondering too, because it is self-paced, like, I'm wondering if it would be beneficial if do you see that? I'm wondering if it would be beneficial for them to take a break between answers, or go through, like, just bull through them. Okay, because if they're doing this right, there should be some emotional labor here. They should be willing to become vulnerable and allow themselves to see or explain them. And not to you, not to me, but to themselves. And we get so good at not doing that, right? We get so good with being so public and being so numb, right? Ignoring certain things, that we don't necessarily take the time to extend that vulnerability, that, self-nurturing, as well as insight to our own, like, what we really are and what we really feel. And so I'm wondering, like, and like, I'm wondering too, like, there's another question that you could add here. Like, how do we create knowledge? Because, how do we discover the truth? And there's this awesome lesson in church today, but if you want to hear about it later, let me know. But I'm just like, that's something else that's pinging with me too, because you've got like, is there life after death? What is the meaning of life and death? How do I achieve eternal life if it exists? Okay. And will I be held accountable for how I lived on earth? Yeah, there's going to be a reckoning. Okay. Like, and I'm wondering too, like, if you couldn't fill this one, is there such a thing as redemption? Okay. Okay. So I put some notes over here on the side. I've given you some comments, and again, when I say need or should or could, I'm literally just pinging, and I'm almost talking to myself as I'm doing this, even as I'm like, I know I'm talking to you. So don't take any of my suggestions like, Betty, you should really try to do this, because in no way do I want to come across as that. I really am just trying to think of questions and things that might, like right here, I know this sounds cheesy, but I'm like, no, Betty, you need to come up with like your signature right here. Yay. Okay, because that's the thing to do. So, but we already know you do that on everything. Okay. All right. I love you. I may or may not be available for you on Wednesday. Like we probably need to play phone tag a little bit to set up the appointment on Wednesday, or remind me what time we're meeting. Cause I'm out of town this week. And I think that's it. Okay. I love you. Give all the men in your life a hug for me, and have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.